Hello, this is Coach Anderson, and in this video, you're going to be building your master data sheet. The master data sheet is a Google sheet that will organize your students' assessment data all in one place. To accomplish this task, you'll just need a blank Google sheet and, of course, access to the Teacher Access Center gradebook where all of your students' data is stored. And here I have the two windows open that I need. This is a Google sheet. I've titled it Master Data Sheet, so I know what it is. And I've taken the one tab at the bottom and I've changed the name to Master List. I did this because there's going to be other pages added onto this, and this way I know which page is going to be the master list where all of the grades will end up going. The other page that I have open is the home screen to the Teacher Access Center. Essentially what we'll be doing here is taking the names and student ID numbers from each student from the courses that I wish to take assessment data and transferring that in order onto my master data sheet, so that I'm going to end up with a list of kids by name and by period that's organized in the same way that the gradebook has everything organized. Now this task is fairly simple. I'm going to skip my athletics kids because I take their assessments in a different way. I'll just open up my world geography kids here, and this is my list of students, and I'm going to take my cursor to the very bottom right side by this little date, and I'm going to drag upwards kind of carefully so that I get everything, including the first, or actually the last name of the top student. I'm going to click Control C, then I'm going to go over to my master data sheet, and on cell B2 I'm going to put my cursor and I'm going to click Control V, and notice that all the student data was imported into here in columns. Sometimes it will import all in one cell. There's a glitch in the system that does that. If that happens, just redo these steps, and the second or third try, it'll import just like this. So now I have a list of these kids. Now I put this in C, or rather B2, because I need A to be the period number. So going back to my class roster, this is period 4. So I'm going to put 4th. I'm going to copy 4th and drag that down to all these kids. Then I'm going to label the top here. These are the students, and this is the ID. And I don't need the other information, so I'm not even going to label this at all. I'm going to delete these columns in a bit. Now, after I've completed the first period, I'm just going to simply go back to my home page and select the additional periods and copy and paste those kids in order as well. So I've completed those tasks for the other periods, and now I have a long list of kids. I have my 4th period, my 5th period, and my 7th period students. Again, they're all in order and they're very easy to use. Now, like I said before, I'm going to delete some of these columns. Some people hide these columns if you want to know if they're male or female or what grade, but they're all in the same grade. So I almost always just delete them. So I don't need column C, so I'll delete column C. And I don't need these other columns either, so I'm going to delete these as well. And my 48-year-old eyes have a hard time seeing this text, so I'm going to go ahead and make it about a size 15. And I like things bold, so I'll make it bold. And then I'm going to go ahead and select this column and double-click it. That way I can see all the names. And there you have it. You've built your master data sheet. And again, this sheet is going to be where all of the assessment data goes when you use your Google Forms to make a rubric and make assessments of student work, or if the students do work using a Google Forms quiz, all of that data is going to end up in here, and it's going to populate these columns. We'll work on that in a different video, and eventually you're going to have an entire sheet full of student data that's really easy to put into the gradebook because the names are just like they are in the gradebook. You can essentially 10 key everything in as you collect the data at will. Now, the next few videos show you how to collect data using Google Forms, importing that data into this Google Sheet from those forms. And then video 4 will show us how to manage the data within this sheet so we fill out these columns. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, as always, let me know. Thanks so much.